By the fantastic Mr. John Noble. John, it's great to be here with you.
Thank you. It's wonderful to be here in Belfast, despite the fact it's rainy.
Yeah. The funny thing is, last year it was the same weather. We're getting a deja vu kind of feeling. It's sort of a deja vu kind of feeling because it was raining last year as well.
I know. I've heard that they were telling me last year it started to rain in the middle of the day. Everyone got drenched, and they came in here and it dried out, and the steam was coming off people. The photographs were curling up at the edges because of the moisture in the air. It's not that bad this year.
So have you been to Northern Ireland before, have you?
I came here, believe it or not, in 1979, right in the middle of the big troubles. Yeah. So it was a very different city then.
Yeah, I suppose. Well, Northern Ireland's it's a happier place now. We're having these conventions. Do you think it's important to be having these conventions? This is the second time MCM's come to Northern Ireland.
Obviously, judging by the response we had, I don't know how many people, we had about 6,000 in yesterday. And this is a relatively small convention. It's not Belfast isn't a mega city, so that's a fantastic turn-up, I don't know how many there'll be today, but I know just from what I've been doing that it's been very successful.
So meeting your fans, I suppose it's always good to meet your fans and get the feedback from them. So what's the feedback been like today?
Oh, well, it's always a bit remarkable, I think because when people see us on television, it's like we're so far removed, and then we just turn up, we're just people, and it's lovely to have a chat and get to know people when you've got time. And so, unless it's really, really busy, then you have to go fairly fast. But as you just noticed, we have a chat and carry on and meet the kids, talk about the grandchildren. So I love all that. And then later on the day, I give a panel. I gave one yesterday, and it's basically a question and answer. So whatever is sitting in someone's mind, they might say, well, what about that? And then I'll answer that. It's good. I like it a lot. So
have you got any gifts from your fans? I know I've been speaking to a lot of the other celebrities, and some of them are telling me sometimes they get sort of a weird gift. Have you ever got a weird gift from any of your fans? Maybe not a weird gift, maybe a gift that you'd sort of think, oh, it was very nice of them to do that for me.
Oh, yes. I mean, people... this morning, a man came in with the T-shirt that he had made this morning, which was really excellent. And I was admiring it, and he said, well, I bought one for you. And he gave me one.
Really?
Yeah, it's really excellent. It's a Walter Bishop from Fringe one. So that was gorgeous.
Again, it's one of those things, it's nice to get fans bringing you stuff like that there. But again, have you had a look around the costumes? Have you seen anybody that's caught your eye thinking that?
Yeah, there was a guy, and here again today, his name's Martin. And he had on a Faramir from Lord of the Rings costume. And honestly, he looked so like David Wenham, who played the role, I couldn't believe it. And it's probably the best likeness I've seen. I mean, I saw him and I thought, God, that's David Wenham. And then I was talking to him this morning here in Sibby's today, and we were talking about the costume, and it was really genuine, heavy chainmail, and the whole thing weighed about 13 kilos, something or other, or more. No, just the chainmail. It was magnificent.
So is there any up-and-coming projects, anything new that we can see you in?
On television? There's a few things, and I'm not being evasive. When I left America, my manager said, look, there are these things here which we'd like to consider. And that was just a couple of days ago. And so I'm not sure what I'll go back to. We're taking a bit of a holiday now, doing a couple of conventions in Europe, and then my wife and I will go off and have a holiday, which we haven't had for quite a long time.
Well, it's important to have a holiday now. Everybody should get a holiday.
Yeah. So we'll do that and then go back to the States. I also want to try and get home for a little while to Australia. So we'll see what pans out. But I imagine there'll be something else on television offered shortly, but we'll see.
Well, hopefully we'll see you on the screen soon. As I say, I'm a big fan of your work. And thank you very much for taking the time to speak to us today.
Thank you, and thanks for having me here.